Hi, I'm glad you could join us today. Today we're going to be making soap. I have a recipe that I got online, and it uses 9 ounces of milk, 4.3 ounces of lye, 22 ounces of olive oil, 8 ounces of coconut oil, and 1 ounce of castor oil. And all of these measurements are by weight and not volume, and should be precise. And over here is a picture of the ingredients that we're using, and the scale that I used. I can set a tare weight on it, and the pigment we're going to use, it's a soapy mica pigment. And this is my first time to make soap, so bear with me. But from what I've read, in order to use milk, you should freeze it. So what I've done was I've weighed it out last night, and I put it in the freezer, so you can see it's frozen. You want to be careful with the lye and wear gloves and goggles. So I'm going to slowly add the lye, and it'll start to heat up. And make sure that you use glass, stainless steel, or heat-proof plastic bowl, and I think a wooden spoon is good. And just add the lye slowly, not too fast. I really don't know what to expect here. I know there's going to be a reaction, and you can see it's starting to dissolve or thaw out the milk pretty quickly. And the reason that you want to freeze the milk is so that it doesn't scorch. Because supposedly it'll reach temperatures above 100 degrees. Look at it go. Isn't that something? And I've already got my olive oil weighed out in a bowl and ready to go, and I have the coconut oil and the 1 ounce of castor oil in another bowl. So you want to be careful and not stir too fast and slosh any out the side of the bowl. And you want to stir until all the lye is dissolved. Yeah, that's good. We'll call that good. So I'll just keep stirring until the lye is dissolved. It's kind of hard to tell in the milk, but from what I did read, it said that the milk would turn kind of a yellow color, and it is. I can't really tell how hot it is. One thing you'll need is a thermometer so that you can test the temperature. And I stick the thermometer in there, and sure enough, it rises. Should go up to about 90 to 100 degrees, and it looks like we're at about 90. Okay, looks like our lye and milk mixture is ready. So I have a big stainless steel bowl here, and I'm going to take the olive oil and dump it in, and If you excuse me just a minute. And okay, there's our olive oil. And in here is the coconut oil and castor oil. I measured them together. And the coconut oil I've melted. I set this bowl in a bigger bowl of hot water and let it melt. And get all that up as much as I can. And now we have our milk and lye mixture. And I'm going to add it slowly to the oil mixture and try not to splash. And as it's adding, I'll kind of give it a stir. Does it look like soap yet? So now I'm going to take a stick blender, put it in here, and pulse it. Be sure and put it to the bottom. And as it's blending, move it around, make sure it stirs. And don't want to splash it nowhere. And you're supposed to blend until you bring it to trace. And what that means, you'll see in a minute, when you pull the blender out, you can still see a circle where the blender was. I'm not quite sure how long that'll take, but it is starting to thicken up. I think at this time I'm going to go ahead and add my pigment. I'm not real sure how much of this to add, but I'm just going to put sprinkle a little in there. And this is mint mica powder. Let's see what that does. It may take more than that, I'm not sure. And I think it's pretty much there. You don't want to go too far because then you won't be able to pour it in the mold. I'm going to go just a little bit more. A little bit more. And I think that looks pretty good. And from what I've read, you can use just a spoon. You don't have to have one of these mixers, but it takes a lot longer standing there and stirring with just a spoon. So, get this out of the way. Get my molds here. I'm not quite sure how many I'm going to need. So, anyways, doesn't it have a nice color? So I'm going to start pouring. And these are silicone molds. You can order them online. And this might be a little bit tricky, but just kind of get it pouring over there and use the spatula to help. Okay, I didn't have as much, it didn't fill up all the molds like I thought it would. Like I said, this is the first time. I got 3 hearts and 8 bars with the little knobby deals on the bottom. But once it's all poured up, then you should take a towel and cover it. So there's a chemical reaction going on called saponification, and it's a little bit warm, and you want to keep it warm. Cover it up with a towel and put it in a nice quiet place, undisturbed, for 24 hours. And after 24 hours you should be able to get it out of the silicone mold. And so when it's time to come out of the mold, we'll come back and we'll set it up to cure. And so here is the heart ones. And I kind of smashed it. It's still a little bit soft. And these are nice thick bars of soap. And this one here is a little tough. There we go. And there you have it. Milk soap with mint mica powder for coloring. And it's not perfect, but it's homemade. See, it's not too smooth here. Missing some teeth. And there it is. So we'll let this cure for 4 weeks, and by allowing it to get air, and it should become more firm than this. And I guess I could clean up the edges, but that's no big deal. It's just soap to use here at the house, here at home. 4 weeks. We'll try it and we'll see how good it is. And thanks for watching.